Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. We have something new, a brand that we didn't cover on this channel except for a CPU tower cooler, and today we're going to have their monitor reviewed, which we have LC-POWER M24-FHD or Full HD 165 Hz. This is a quite interesting monitor because it goes in a budget category but still gives a nice panel, nice refresh rate, great response time as well. So yeah, we're going to check out the LC-POWER monitor, which will be something new on the channel, well, which I said already, but still something that is, let's say, affordable to the wide range of users in terms of price. Now here we have, this is 24-inch. Full HD monitor with IPS panel. We have 165 Hz refresh rate. We have 1 millisecond response time. Gray to gray is 2 to 3 milliseconds. And we have standard 16 to 9 aspect ratio. Then we have adaptive sync, fast IPS, apparently, since we have 1 millisecond response time. But then again, gray to gray is 2 to 3 milliseconds, as already stated. Flicker free, we have overdrive as well. Then we have VESA mount 75x75, which you get 4 additional screws inside the box for VESA mounting your monitor. Then some other specifications: we have brightness at 250 cardea per square meter. Viewing angle, since we have IPS, we don't have to worry about it, but horizontal and vertical is 178 degrees. Then we have 2 HDMI 1.4 connection, 1 DisplayPort 1.2, and we have one 3.5mm jack for your audio headset or speakers. Monitor doesn't have speakers, so this is quite important because in other reviews I do get asked a lot about monitor speakers. This one doesn't have it. It's a nice 24-inch with high refresh rate monitor with great panel behind, and it doesn't have speakers. Now when we're talking about some additional features, at the back you have all the ports that you can access quite in a different position, I would say. They are connected directly like this, they are not connected from the bottom, and the cables, well, they either need to be somewhat arranged around this stand. The stand is quite simple, there's nothing too much to explain. It's a steel bottom part with a steel handle, and the top part gives you the possibility to tilt the monitor from 5 to 15 degrees. That's it. No pivot, no swivel, no positioning up or down. But then again, it has a VESA mount 75x75, as I stated already, so you can adjust it as you wish. When we're talking about the buttons and how you access the OSD menu, you have them on at the back on the right side. So you have the power on button and 4 additional buttons to access everything. Each button, of course, has its own purpose, so you can adjust whatever you wish. The one thing that I could say additionally to everything is that the backside of the monitor has some sort of a red LED, just in terms of the LC-POWER, for instance, but it does look cool. I don't know if it lights up that much during the night when you switch off all the lights, and does it have a certain effect at the back. It doesn't look like it's that strong. Now, what you get inside the box, we have a power adapter, which is a bit differently designed. It's quite short cable, but you have a jack that you connect beneath the DisplayPort cable, and then I think it's maybe 1.2 meters from your monitor to your wall socket. So yeah, you should consider having some wall sockets, or at least an extender for your power supply for your monitor quite close to your monitor, so you don't run out of cable. Then, as already stated at the beginning, you get these additional 4 screws that you attach at the back. If you decide to go with the VESA mount, this helps you to mount it quite nicely and easily. And you get 2 sets of cables. You get HDMI and you get DisplayPort cable. In addition to everything, since the bottom part needs to be screwed in with 2 screws to the middle part of the stand, you get a screwdriver with a top cover, rubber cover that covers it quite nicely, and to tie up the bottom part, and then you need to tie up the top part to the actual monitor. So 6 screws need to be tied up to fixate this monitor. Now, when we're talking about some color space, 120% sRGB, 85% Adobe RGB, 85% NTSC, and 85% DCI-P3. Basically, gaming on this monitor is actually quite a pleasure. For instance, I have right here 27-inch 165Hz, and this is, as I already stated, 24-inch Full HD. This is 1440p. This is Full HD resolution and 165 Hz, as already stated a couple of times. And the brightness on the screen doesn't get lower when you place a high refresh rate. For instance, I had a couple of monitors which some of you guys left a comment under those videos, under those reviews, and actually tested it afterwards, and it actually does lower down the brightness if you go with higher refresh rate. In this scenario, it didn't happen, but we have two cables. We have HDMI and we have DisplayPort. HDMI goes up to 120 Hz and the DisplayPort goes up to 165 Hz. So you do need to use DisplayPort to use the maximum speed refresh rate of this monitor. That's why you can see two cables dangling right here. Out of everything that I tested with the monitor, when we're talking about OSD menu, it's I would say just basic. It doesn't have some extra features. You do have crosshair, you do have possibility to adjust the light at the back, but only in red color, and I think you can go with solid and flicker. So yeah, that's it when we're talking about the color at the back. Also, you have the possibility to adjust the colors, the brightness, and just basic stuff. Nothing in particularly, you know, that you need to tinker around or just to adjust the monitor. But honestly, I haven't touched anything right from the box, and I tend not to do that because not everyone can adjust their monitors perfectly as they wish, and that's why I do them all in stock. And this one was tested stock, so no adjustment with the brightness. Only when I played on DisplayPort, I wanted to see with full power, with full brightness, how it looks, and it does look quite amazing. I do have to admit, I didn't thought that I would be so satisfied with 24-inch screen that has 165 Hz, Full HD, and IPS panel. It's quite nice. Shame it doesn't have pivot or adjusting the height of the monitor, but then again, if you're looking for something that doesn't need those things, but still you're not going to use the original stand and you're just going to go with this amount, you can do that as well. If you're looking for a nice budget gaming monitor with IPS panel, because the viewing angle is just perfect, even I think even above 178 degrees, but that's not important. The most important thing is you don't lose the brightness when going with high refresh rate. You get two cables, HDMI and DisplayPort. DisplayPort goes up to 165 Hz, HDMI goes up to 120. It's all fairly easy to adjust. You go to NVIDIA control panel if you're running a GeForce card, and there you can adjust literally everything, and that's basically it. Thumbs up for LC-POWER for creating such a great monitor, to be honest, and you can check out the links below in the description, so I don't talk a bit too much about it. You can check out the prices and the details and everything you need to know. So until the next time, guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and hit the notification bell for future content, and hopefully I will see you quite shortly. Bye bye.